Hello, welcome to today's video. We're going to be talking about sustainability and more specifically sustainability in the fashion industry. Our society, push comes to shove, revolves around consumerism. We love buying things, we love buying a lot of things, and this is in part thanks to mass production and the popularization of mass production. And such can be seen in the fashion industry with fast fashion. Fast fashion is defined as inexpensive clothing produced rapidly by mass market retailers in response to the latest trends. So a lot of brands that can be thought of are H&M, Forever 21, etc. And these brands hope to make as much clothes as possible. And fast fashion leads to trends going in and out of style like that, because we are able to buy all these mass-produced cheap clothes. Whereas before, purchasing clothes was a lot bigger of a deal. Clothes had a lot more value to them, but now clothes are just seen as a lot more expendable and something that we can spend less money on and we get a cheaper product. Because of fast fashion, people have been keeping their clothes that they buy for a lot less time. So in 2014, people bought 60% more clothing than they did on average in 2010, but only kept each piece for half as long. And this trend inclines people to try and spend as little money on clothing as possible. If people are looking to buy the newest trend, they're going to buy a cheap version of it, rather than spend a ton of money on something that might go out of style in 2 years. Fast fashion, however, has a lot of adverse impacts on the world, such as environmentally, it leads to a lot of water pollution and results in the consumption of huge amounts of water. Fast fashion also raises a lot of issues when it comes to human rights, because a lot of these factories expose workers to unsafe working conditions, do not pay well enough, and even have been exposed to used child labor. One thing that I really try and implement into my life is being sustainable when it comes to my clothes, which not perfect. This shirt's from Forever 21, but one incredible way to be sustainable when shopping is thrifting, because this is a perfect way to reuse old clothing. I feel like before our generation, there was a bit of a stigma against thrift stores, and this can be traced back 100 years, more than 100 years, like 150 years, to when thrift stores first opened, and they were predominantly run by Jewish immigrants, which led a lot of people to be against these stores. And also there was a stigma about owning clothes that was pre-owned. But I feel like recently in our generation, thrifting has sort of become very popular among teenagers. It's something that's very trendy to do. People enjoy doing it, especially because a lot of fashion right now is influenced by 90s fashion, and the best possible way to get old clothes and to find vintage inspired looks is by thrifting. And thrifting has incredible environmental impacts because you are buying clothes that to you is new, but it's not requiring any new fabric, any new labor, any new anything. And it's ensuring that these clothes don't just end up sitting in a landfill. So I absolutely love thrifting, if you couldn't tell. I live right outside of New York City, so I love going to all these different thrift stores, but right now we're in quarantine. And there are online options for thrifting. You can buy used clothing on sites such as Depop, but I personally don't love online thrifting. I just find there to be something, especially with thrifted clothes, that there's a lot of stuff when I go into stores that I pick out even when I see it in person, because I think it'll look cool and I try it on and it's just no. So I can't even possibly imagine buying a lot of these things online. But also, even when in quarantine, I really care about putting on clothes that I like. I really like feeling good in my outfits, and it's something that during quarantine has kept me feeling somewhat normal. I really wanted to be able to have clothing that I could wear, which inclined me to purchase clothes, and immediately I'm looking towards sites such as Urban Outfitters. Before I went to buy new clothes, I wanted to think about the clothes that I already own. Obviously, I have a lot of favorites, but I also have some clothes that I don't wear as much anymore, and thinking, how can I take these clothes that I sort of just constantly overlook and restyle them or alter them slightly in a way that I will start wearing them more and it'll feel like I have new clothes in my closet without actually buying new clothes. So that's the goal of today. I hope this maybe inspires a few of you to do the same. It's also really fun because it's a good opportunity to go through what you own and figure out, do you really want this? Are you able to style it or alter it? And if the answer is no, then donate it. I hope you guys enjoy. Up first, we have this sweatshirt from H&M, which has a side stripe on the sleeves, which I really liked when I got it. I thought it made it interesting. I probably got it about 2 years ago, but now I think it's a little bit boring and I don't really like how it fits, so I thought it would be a lot cuter as a cropped sweatshirt. So for some reason, I do all my clothing alterations on my bed. I don't know why, don't ask me, but I just cut straight across to crop it. I generally find that sweatshirt fabrics are pretty forgiving, and it usually is pretty easy to cut and doesn't really show many errors. Here's me throwing my minion out the way. And I really like the end product. I really like how it turned out. I think it's super cute and a lot more interesting than it was before, and I'm really excited. Next up, I have this blue t-shirt with really thin white stripes. This t-shirt's from Old Navy, and I haven't shopped there since freshman year, so this shirt's probably 3 years old. I used to really like tucking striped shirts into pants, but I don't really like how it looks that much anymore. I don't think it looks super flattering on me. So I thought that this t-shirt would look a lot better if I cropped it and turned it into a tank top. So I started by cropping it, and I love cropping striped shirts because like the stripes tell you where to cut. And then I cut off the sleeves and I cut them down because I wanted most of the shirt to actually be sleeve on the side. However, I cut the sleeves a little bit too far down, which made it look really dangly on the bottom. If I had done it maybe an inch or two further up, it would have been okay, but unfortunately I don't really like it. Next up, we have this shirt from H&M, which I intended on turning into a tank top and doing it better than I had done for the previous shirt. Also, a fun story from me editing. The reason that this shirt does not have the divided tag in it is because one time I went shopping at Urban and I spent like a lot of money on probably like 2 shirts, 3 shirts, and when I got home my dad got mad at me and was like, how much money did you spend? And I was like, this much, and he was like, how many things did you buy? And I was like, oh, 5, 6 shirts, and he was like, show me. So I took random shirts from my closet and cut out the tag so that it didn't say like divided or H&M, so he wouldn't realize. But honestly, he probably wouldn't have realized even if it said divided. I could have just said that was like a sub-brand. So that's the story of that. I high-key forgot though how much I actually really like this shirt. When I used to wear it all the time, I loved it. For H&M, it's really high quality and it fits well, so I decided to style it with this jacket instead of cropping it and turning it into a tank top. And here's me doing the renegade, even though it's irrelevant, because I'm really happy because I really love this shirt and I get to wear it again. So next up, I have this black and white striped shirt from American Eagle, which very much matched my aesthetic when I liked tucking striped shirts into shorts. As can be seen, I was debating if I wanted to crop this shirt or if I wanted to style it in a different way, but I decided to style it because I thought it would be good base for layering. Also, someone told me to stop renegading, but here it is styled. I layered it with this shirt from American Eagle and these jeans that I thrifted and a belt from Timberland, and I really like how it turned out. I think it's really cute. This shirt is from Urban Outfitters and I got it about 2 years ago. For a long time it was my absolute favorite shirt because it was a lot more interesting than my other t-shirts because of the color and design. So back in a time when all my outfits were me tucking in t-shirts to shorts and pants, this made my outfits feel a lot more interesting. But now it feels a bit boring to me, so I decided to layer it with my absolute favorite jean jacket of all time. And what's good is if it gets too hot, I can take off the jean jacket and it's still not a bad fit. I still think it's cute with no jacket. But then I remembered that I have these bright orange jeans that I got from Urban for $10, but I hardly ever get to wear them because they're bright orange, so I paired it with the jacket and my smiley face necklace, and I made this really cute outfit, and I think it's really interesting, and it brings the shirt into my more current fashion. Finally, I have this super oversized Yankees t-shirt that I bought last summer from literally CVS because I wanted to make TikToks about being a Visco girl. And this t-shirt is gigantic. It's basically a t-shirt dress and it is so comfortable, but I can't really leave the house wearing it, and I was determined to make a crop tank top that actually worked. So I got to work, and I worked super meticulously because I really didn't want to mess it up because I actually really like this t-shirt. It's so comfortable, and I really wanted to make it comfortable and cute, so I could wear it outside of the house in addition to it being super comfortable. So I worked really carefully. I made sure to cut everything super carefully, whereas for the other t-shirts that I did earlier, because I actually did a second t-shirt that I didn't show because I tried making it into a crop tank top and it didn't work. I failed for a second time. But with those t-shirts, I sort of didn't work very carefully. And also, I think those t-shirts were generally sort of tight, like they weren't very oversized, so I think the fact that this t-shirt was oversized made it a bit more forgiving in working with it, but I also just was a lot more careful, and the fabric was super easy to work with. It cut in pretty straight lines, which was really good. So overall, after working for forever, like literally forever, like I have 5 minutes of footage sped up 20 times, like that's how long I spent working on it, I ended up with my final product. And overall, I'm really happy with the final product. I'm glad I finally got it right, and it's really good for days that I want to be lazy but still look sort of cute. Costume change from the beginning. Those are the 5 outfits that I altered and or restyled, and I am really happy with how this went because now I'd say I have a good 5 or 6 outfits, since one of them sort of produced 2 outfits. 5 or 6 outfits that I really like, and they feel brand new even though I took stuff that I already owned. And there's definitely more things in my closet that I can do this to, but overall I'm really happy, and now I feel a lot less of a dire need to shop for new clothes because I have these new outfit ideas. I think I am going to buy some new t-shirts just because a lot of these outfits do involve layering, and I need clothes that I don't have to layer to look good. Like this t-shirt, I absolutely love it. It is like 80 degrees out today. I don't want to wear a jacket, so I need stuff that I can wear independently and still feel cute. So I'm still gonna buy things. I'm not perfect. Generally, the goal isn't never buy things, but now I have to do a lot less shopping because I feel like I have a lot of stuff in my wardrobe. So I hope you guys try doing something like this. It feels like a bit of a like Marie Kondo thing. Like, does this spark joy? No. Can I fix it? Yes. Now I'm Bob the Builder. Okay, on that note, peace out. Thank you for watching.